Good morning. I'm not gonna talk much because we're gonna get right to work, and we're going to, if you saw the title, we're going to, well, part two, we're gonna finish at 69 and we're gonna get it started and we're gonna send it down the road and send it back up the road and see what happens. Hopefully everything goes well. There's not a lot of work to do besides get the fuel lines ran, get the fittings on, get any parts, go to whatever. Okay, never mind. Go to Summit if you want to get parts. I'm not sponsored at all or whatever, but a lot of the stuff that I do with vehicles and a performance aspect or in any, upgrade other than OEM or factory anything, a lot of stuff is done, and this car is pretty much built because of what Summit offers. So go to Summit if you're looking for something. They have a crazy amount of options for parts and stuff, but I got some vibrant hoses, fittings, and a couple other things in this box. Actually, I might as well show you what's in the box. So what we got, I already ended up putting, what am I looking for? The ends on one side, but we got stainless steel braided 6AN, got two 20-foot rolls. I ended up getting like heat shielding wrap. Yeah, I guess wrap loom, because the line will run close to the one passenger side muffler. So got that, and I got these like hose line clamps, or what do they call them? They call them hose separators. So it kind of makes the the routing of the line look nice and whatnot. So I got those. I've known about them, whatnot, but I have the, I don't know if you can see, I got the 90-degree 6AN already on there. I've not been seeing it well. Same thing on this one. I got two, like I said, I got two 90-degree 6AN lines, two straight 6ANs that I gotta put on. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Two of those. Excuse me. I got four of those separators to make it look nice. I didn't really need to get two 6AN wrenches. It's good to get these AN wrenches because the AN fittings are aluminum material, and if you use regular old metal steel wrenches or whatever, it can mess them up. But I didn't get the right sizes for the non screw-on end, so like the nut and like that end, so I had to use adjustables. Not what I wanted, but that's the best I got. But when the fittings go on the fuel system, then they'll be put on right with the AN wrench. But yeah, like I got that. I got this wrapping. I used it on the rally car as well, just a different brand and size. But pretty much, if you can see what this does, is it's kind of like a wire loom, and it's got braided on inside insulation, outside covering, and then what it's got is like tape. What you do is you put it on there and it seals it up nice. And instead of flopping in the wind or, in that aspect, please close. Okay, you're just gonna do that. Okay, that's what we got, and really that's 2 lines. I figured out the fuel pump situation, and it ended really well. So this is really all I had to get, was just line fittings and, you know, stuff to make, you know, things nicer. I'm gonna have to bring out some other stuff to make, you know, the mounting a lot nicer than what it was. It was just kind of self-tapping stuff with, you know, old factory clamps. It wasn't that nice. But all that has to happen is really fuel lines. I gotta run power ground for the unit. I want to really run a wire that comes with the system that powers the fuel pump, so everything's kind of tied in instead of kind of independent how it is right now. Then let's see, what am I thinking? Ignition on. And that's, oh, and I got the clamps and stuff for oh, and the vacuum hose for the clamps for the clamp on O2 sensor. That has to be done, which is not a big deal. I already got the hole drilled and spot, and I just gotta, you know, get that clamped on. But other than that, I think it's time to get some stuff done. Progress. Finally a project that I can finish within a video or two, which is nice. But yeah, might as well get to work, and maybe by the next time, you know, I come back and I'm not working, this car is ready to run, and I'm going through the unit and you know, getting everything ready to start up, you know, pre-tuning, you know, whatever. But yeah, here we go. So I'm gonna do a quick update. I got all but the fuel pump actually wired in. I just got the ignition switch, or switched ignition I should say, wired in, connected in to the fuse box. I'm just gonna, because this is what the fuse boxes used to look like, you know, glass cylinder fuses, which is okay. But I got that in. I redid, so that's ignition's the pink one, pink wire that I got on, but I redid the wiring, or the ignition power for these gauges in the center as well, the same way. I just pretty much had to use a multimeter and find ignition, you know, put the key in, you know, flip it, and flip it back and forth to make sure, you know, obviously when the key's off, you know, power, and there's no power going to it. And then, you know, when keys on, power's, you know, 12 volts going to it. But what they did have for the fuel pump ignition wiring, because kind of everything's in the trunk for the fuel pump besides a wire going for the ignition, is they had this guy wired into a connector under here. I don't know where it exactly went. It's probably that guy I'm touching, but it's it's not done well. Even have these just plastic non-heat shrink blade style, the male side, and then they kind of had, if you can see it under there, I don't know if you can see it. You can see that blue connector I'm wiggling, that butt connector. Those are crap too. I don't know where I have it. There's these solder, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called. They have like a specific name, but I think I've showed you guys this before. It's pretty much heat shrink with solder in the center, and then these blue things, there's different colors for, you know, there's yellow for the bigger wire, and then there's, I think, white for really small, and then the next is like red for just below this blue. It's hot. I'm glad I'm undercover and in the shade, but it's hot out in freaking northern New York. But yeah, pretty much, you know, this is, you know, it seals everything up. It's really strong. You know, you got solder in the center for the wires, the strands of wires, and, you know, that's perfect. Which works really well, but they just, I'm not impressed with the wiring that they added. I expected a little better, but I didn't expect, because I got, they have wire nuts connecting, but they have wire nuts connecting these wires in the trunk for the fuel pump wiring, and it's just ridiculous. But what I'm going to do is go back at it, and I think next is kind of to jack it up and get the wiring or the fuel lines run and whatnot. So I think that's the next step, is get it jacked up and fuel lines run. I might check to see if, you know, I got good ignition. The center screen, the handheld powers up, but other than that, let's get going. Well, it's the next morning, and I ended up getting stormed out right at the end when I had one fuel fitting left, and I wish I got on film, but before the storm hit, there was these turkeys that I could hear. I didn't think anything of it, and all of a sudden I'm up and down at the back of the car, you know, running everything, you know, doing what I was doing, and all of a sudden, in our neighbor's field, I'll point it out when I go out there. These turkeys, I see them, I look, and they're running towards the direction of the forest, and I knew there was, sorry, I knew there was like, it was thundering and it was real dark in a certain area in the sky, and I saw these turkeys booking it, and I'm like, okay, it's time to, put stuff away, or, put stuff in cover this car up, get ready to go in. Then, a few minutes later, I see just a bolt of lightning shoot down in the distance. And I'm like, okay, even though I'm in cover, I know there's a storm coming, because if the turkeys are like, nope, we ain't in the field, going in the woods, I'm going inside. But, I don't know. It was just funnier at the time because, just how the turkeys were just running towards the woods. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and start the car. I got the tune-in whatnot last night, finished the last fitting. I got to throw the battery charger on it because it got low voltage. Let's see. Yeah, throw the battery charger on it. Turn the key on, check for leaks, and then, see if this thing actually fires up and runs nicely. Yeah. Here we go.